Hey guys, this is Kevin Cook with KCC Photography and KCC Actions.com. I'm going to do a really quick tutorial on a photo like this and how to create those beautiful warm tones and that really soft light, and make sure we keep all of our whites the same, good skin tones, lots of beautiful glowing light, but we want to make it really dreamy and soft, and I'm going to show you how to do that with these actions. Alright, so this is where we're going to start. And believe it or not, I'm going to be starting with KCC skin tones. And we're just going to run it, and I'm going to show you a trick. These are our skin tone choices. And what I did here is just go down to beautiful warmth, and I'm just going to invert it. So I'm going to flip it around, and that gives us our first color tone. Now, we could actually add a little bit of golden tan, and then just cut this down. Alright, so that gives us a little bit of our tone immediately. So now what we got to do is start building on this, and I'm going to use a couple different things here. The first thing that we're going to run is our paint in bokeh, because we want to really exaggerate the dreaminess here. So I'm going to run this, and then we're going to paint in some areas to make it look pretty good. So I'm just grabbing a white brush, and I'm just painting this in. And there's no wrong way to do this. Just areas that are already pretty blended, we're just going to exaggerate some. So you can see what's happening here. It's creating a really dreamy look. And that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish. So you can kind of play around with this and turn it up and down if you want. There's another section in here that says paint more. You can add more if you want to do that. We're not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to cut this down maybe about 60%. And we're probably going to add another one on top of that. So the next thing I'm going to do is come in here and grab one of our light overlays. And we're actually going to use it in two different places. And I'm going with Behind Us. This is from the Light Leaks 3-pack. It's the new one. And this is what gives us a really dreamy light in the background look. So I'm just going to drop this in, and then I'm going to move this over here. And we're going to set this to our screen mode, like this. And then I'm just going to hit Command or Control T. And we're going to drag this out, kind of like this. And then just kind of size it the way that you want. Now, I know that I want to move this to the top, and the reason is because I want it to shine down on all these layers, so it's not hidden behind anything, and it creates more of a really warm light and soft light. So let's go ahead and drop a layer mask in, and I'm going to grab a black brush, and we're going to swap this out to about 45-50%. And I'm just going to brush some of this off of her hair. Because I don't want all that light on this side. So now I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit to blend it in some more. Kind of like that. Okay. So let's do the skin really quick, and I'm going to use she doesn't really need a whole lot of work, so let's find our baby doll set here. We're going to use the Faraway Skin Rescue, and just to make her skin a little bit softer, this is what I chose. And like I said, I don't really need to do much because she has really good skin. So I like to work at about 60% with Skin Rescue, and then just do small strokes. Now this does keep all the texture, and that's one thing I love about it. Now, when I was making it, it took me a very long time to get it exactly the way I wanted. So I just like to paint over all the skin. And then you can cut this up or down if you want, but this is going to give her really beautiful skin tones as well. And then there's actually some free stuff now that we're going to use, and I'm going to show you. We're not dealing with freckles here, but I'm going to just go ahead and run our freckles action. And another good use for this is actually to paint over eyelashes and eyebrows, and you can see it made her eyelashes much darker. We could actually turn this down and brush over her hair just a little bit as well, just to make those dark colors come back out. There you go. So what we're trying to do here is keep everything intact. And I'm actually going to run another one of our free ones here. We're going to use our April Day, because we want some more of that really warm colors. And I'm going to cut the light off. And I don't know why iTunes is trying to open right now. That's weird. So we're going to cut this up just a little bit more because we want more of those beautiful warm tones. And I told you we would use more than one light, so now we're at the point where we can go ahead and duplicate. So I'm going to hit Command and Control J, and we're going to add a lot more light to this. Let's cut this down just a little bit. And you can see now where we started, and I'll go back. And there's some other little things that we're going to do here, but I want to show you kind of where we are in just a few minutes. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to do our bokeh 1.0 now. And everybody knows that this is one of my favorites. It creates really creamy tones, and that's what we were aiming for in this photo. So I'm going to come up to our bokeh 1.0 layer, switch to a black brush, and we're going to swap out to 100%. And we are going to paint this completely off of her, as well as the book. You can be a little loose and just kind of keep your eye on it. If there's some areas that you need to paint back in, we can do that. That looks pretty good though. And you can see how this has really, really changed a lot. This photo looks completely different. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and do one more thing here. And this is just our finishing touch. I talk about this a lot. It's an action that it's pretty much can be used on every single photo that you have. And I use it on everything. And a lot of other people do too. It's called lens filters. This is basically our finish action, and it's going to help us create the end result tone that we want. So we don't really need to do a whole lot, but you can see that's how I finish my look, to give it those beautiful, really, really dreamy light and warm tones. And that's it. So again, I will cut everything off and cut everything on and show you the difference. If you have any questions, you can email me at kevin@kccphotography.net. You guys have a great day.